Good morning, welcome back. Video Dara on the farm, Monday morning. Nice and mild again. It's dry, as you can see from concrete in the background. Yeah, we're in a dry spell, but anyway, we're drilled up and a lot of people now are getting caught up, which is good. Yeah, as I said, end of last week, we did actually get the last of the maize land drilled. So yeah, I'm going to show you that in a minute, and yeah, and we're cracking on with winter ploughing this week, so a bit of that on as well, and a bit of spraying at the minute I'm going to do. I'm going to do some oilseed rape. So we'll get cracked on, and hopefully we'll see you at the end. Well, we're just arriving at Melton Yard. We've come to get the maize drilled. There's George. He's come to pick his drill up. So we're going to see if it goes today and get it sorted out before it rains again. See it going in. We're on it. There it goes, stop in. Yeah, mud's all nice and dry now, but it won't be soon. Yeah, the eradicators have been taken out because it'd be wet. I'll show you how we fill the hopper, which is fairly straightforward anyway. Yeah, that's the inside of the hopper with a sliding door at the bottom. I'm gonna get a bag in it now. All we do is lift it over and then untie it and let it go. But not get underneath the bag if we can help it. These bags are not very good to undo sometimes. That's what 1 ton looks like, innit? You could fit nearly 2 ton in there. Plenty of room. Now this is the maize we drilled nearly 2 weeks ago. It's just starting in places to come through. I mean, it was taking generally about 2 weeks from drilling to emergence. Coming through, you see it, but obviously as the ground cools down, it'll take slightly longer. But yeah, it'll soon be in full rows and get another week. As you can see below, there is a outcry of water coming from the land, which happens to be a natural spring in the hillside. It started running, so yeah, the field's a bit wet there. As you can see, there's another wet spot in the field, and this is on the downward slope. and George still struggles just to get through it. Anyway, you can see the tractor crabbing sideways, but he manages to make it through. So what he's going to do is he's going to drill this block out in lands where the wet spot is, so that he's always travelling downhill. So he's moved over a few breeds, and then he's away from the wet spot, and then when he turns round and comes back, he'll be going downhill again. So it gives him the best chance of getting it drilled without getting stuck. The drill is fitted with section control, so it shuts off 3-metre sections automatically at a time when it's on the boundary. So if you look at the tractor GPS screen, you'll see that it switches on in 2 separate places, so it has least overlap and less wastage of seed. This all works off a preset boundary, what's already on the field, and an internal boundary what George has set, which is where the drill works from for shutting on and off. And it really does save a lot of seed, especially when you're on a real shallow gearing. This field has quite a steep slope on it, as you can probably see from George's video. Yeah, as you can see, it's going in well, this end of the field, but it's a bit wetter over the hill, down that other side. There's a spring. Anyway, you'll see that on the drone footage, but yeah, this is going in really well here, but it's just a bit wet on that. There's a ridge what goes across, but anyway, he's got through that, so that's good. Right, we're on to our last field now. It's a smaller one than the other one, but it's mostly sand, but there's a few wet spots in it on this top headland where we're looking down on now, which will have to be drilled round because there's no way the drill will go through it. But it's a very small percentage of the field that's wet and heavier, so the majority will drill nicely. I just thought I'd show you this. This is a bird's eye view over the trees on the estate, over the woodland. And just coming up now, you've maybe heard me talk about in another video, an avenue of trees, what leads all the way through up to the Elsham Country Hall, which you can see now. It's just starting to show. It's got a bit overgrown at this end as time's gone by, but you can see the avenue of poplar trees are there. It's gone in really well, to be honest. A bit sticky here, but at least it's covered. At least it's drilled. So that's all the winter wheat in for harvest next year. So, yep, definitely spot on. We're loading some wood chip up for the country park for their biomass boiler. A little bit in here, but we did take a lot down to one of the sheds at the country park, but we're just getting this emptied out at the minute. That one's about 1 or 2 loads, I think. Georgia started the winter ploughing, which is mostly on kind land. Anyway, all the winter ploughing is in front of vining peas, which will be drilled in the spring. But we always like to get it ploughed for peas when it's dry. And as you can see, conditions seem fairly ideal. It's not that wet, and yeah, it's making a good job of it. if you look on the GPS screen, you'll see there's two little flags, one at the front of the tractor and one at the back. These are used in conjunction with a virtual boundary headland mark on the screen to tell you when to lift the plough up and when to set the plough in to make neat ins and outs. The actual GPS screen bleeps at you when to do this. This saves having to put a physical mark in all the way around the field, such as to draw a line with the back furrow or something similar, or make a wheel mark, and this works really well. The virtual headland mark is set to 14 metres in this particular case, which fits our ploughing width of allowing 6 breeds around the headland, which matches up. So then if you're ploughing it off the track side, say, for 6 breeds, it just works spot on and makes for a really tidy finish. Besides setting a plough up for ploughing level and evenly and matching up and everything, a good ploughman will always make a tidy job when finishing a field off, so that it looks very professional and the headlands are as level as possible. Well, I'm back out on my sprayer again. We're just spraying the oilseed rape for light leaf spot, foamer, and giving it a pick-up feeder, so just help it along. But as you'll see, it's looking well. Yeah, this is our Winterton block. Yeah, it's growing away nicely. Let's see. Anyway, this has had buckwheat in it, but it's tinged. It just had to go off like the other fields, but yeah, this mild weather, it's suiting it to everything to be growing really well. See, I've got my cameras back onto the fence screen now, so that's good, it's really handy, and we've removed the others from the monitor up there, so yeah, it's a perfect setup now, I believe. You can see the nozzles behind, also for going right backing up to poles and that now as well, so yeah, really happy with that. I think our biggest problem now will be keeping the pigeons off the rape, reducing pigeon damage. That battle will soon commence. A few down here on these trees. There's quite a few pigeons getting about now. Yes, so it's time to get the gas guns out and the flags. This is the field that had the mushroom compost on. It's actually bigger, it's growing away faster than the Winterton block, as you can see. Plants are a bit bigger, but yeah, it's looking really well. Well, that's it for this week's video diary on the farm. Hope you've enjoyed it. It's been nice to get back out on the sprayer again. The land, it's so dry. So yeah, anyway, if you have enjoyed it, please hit that like, share and subscribe. You know the drill. Please subscribe, it all helps. And yeah, we'll catch you again next week. Yeah, just to add, if anybody's going down to London on the 19th to support the farmers, Tanvic Tyres have very kindly said people can use their car parks because they're just next door to the train stations at Grantham and Newark. But I'll post a picture on below of what I was sent by Pete Sampson and Tanvic Tyres Newark, and yeah, it's very good of them to help out. So yeah, if you have a look at that and you fancy going down, there's free parking at the near the train station.